Yep, it's Atlanta's #1 hip-hop station, Hot 107.9 and home for the Ricky Smiley Morning Show. Of course, you know it's your folk, B-High. Radio, shouting, stepping in the building. I got family in this thing. Bone Crusher StoryTellah. What's good with it, gang?
Hey, what's happening?
I mean, I'm feeling good, feeling great, man. But I mean, this new banger that we got, man, High in the Sky. Project 143.
Right.
Talk to me about this thing, man.
Story, you can start it.
Well, High in the Sky is a new record that we got. And it's really about people drinking in the love.
Yeah.
You know, we don't really want to condone drinking and all that unnecessary, you know, extracurricular activity. But we want people to really drink in the love. So it's a, you know, metaphor with the record. And it's all about spreading the love. And we got the record playing. Yeah. And it's going to grow legs. It's a really good blend with me and Bone. And our chemistry shines through on the record. And I can't wait for everybody to hear this joint.
Bone, your thoughts?
I mean, she said it. I mean, the record is about fun, enjoying life, love, all the things that we are encompassing as far as Project 143 go. You know, my alter ego is Barry Hughes, as you know. That's who I am on this album. It's not Bone Crusher.
Tell them who Barry Hughes is, baby.
You know, Barry is a mixture of Barry White and Langston Hughes, which would be my baritone voice.
With that intellect.
With that poetic.
With the
you know
poetic, the poeticness. You know what I mean? So the record is a monster. It's a beautiful record. It's got a lot of energy on it. It has a different sound that's out today, but I think it's important that it be heard. And I think it's a jamming record. It ain't thinking. It's a jamming record. Sort of like how we brought, you know, Never Scared to the forefront. And no one knew what that was when it came out. This record has that same feel, but it has a great energy on it. And I think it's a monster record. I think it's moving forward, as always.
I can definitely dig that. Now, I mean, it's Project 143. Talk to me about this entire project. I mean, because y'all been working on this thing for a minute. So what do we need to be expecting from it? Because see, every time I get on Instagram, I see y'all locked in the studio getting busy. So what's really going on in here, gang?
Well, you know, we growing. The first set of records in the first year that we were starting on the project, you know, we really discovered the chemistry and the sound and what that sound was and what is Project 143 sound and what does that sound like, what does that taste like. So as we started working with other producers and just really developing our sound, we started figuring out what fit and what didn't fit. And so now we're at a place where we know what fits. And, you know, we got a chance to, like, we had a show last year. Ricky Smiley hosted it. It was great. And, you know, we got a chance to let the who's who in the city tell us what they thought of the music, and everybody loved that music, you know. So we was able to go back to the drawing board and say, okay, well, this is going to go, this one's not going to go. And, you know, we just been growing the sound and getting with producers that really understand the vision. Because, you know, we are doing this new Ashford and Simpson. We are trying to bring the love back. We're trying to let people know it's okay to showcase that you love someone. It's okay to feel vulnerable. It's okay to be, you know, transparent. So we really want to make music that people really feel that we really have this thing. We really want to push this love movement. And, you know, love of family, love of winning, love of doing big things, love of our people. Like, this is a whole movement. And so once we kind of discovered that sound in 2013, we just kind of took it to a whole new level. So we got our little bass print, and then we said, okay, well, this is the bass. Let's push it. So we've been challenging the sound and really bringing it to where it needed to be. And so it's ready. So we're gonna release this High in the Sky. June 2nd, it's gonna be available on iTunes.
That's cold. That's cold.
Yeah, man. So, you know, the whole thing about Project 143, which means Project Love. You know, back in the day, you had your pager and you text someone 143, meaning one word, meaning one, 4 meaning love, and 3 meaning you. That's basically the principle behind us. We are a couple, and we want to share our love and our talent with our people. And we used it in a way where it's an emotional situation where we get in depth with the music and we become spiritually connected to the sounds and the verbs and the nouns and everything that we're projecting to people. I know for a fact the story is going to shock the world when they find out how well she sings and how well she raps. You know, we just kind of keeping everything on the wraps. We've been working with some of the best producers in the game. We work with K-Fam. You know, he produced for Beyonce. We also we're working with Jazzy and Polo the Don. We're working with Pyramid Scheme. It's Alan LaRoche and Billy Hume did High in the Sky record. We're also working with Soul Eternity, who is a good friend. He's a big-time producer out west. So we're really trying to home in on the pulse of the people at this point. We don't really concern ourselves with the jargon of people inside the bubble.
Yeah.
We're kind of focusing on people that are outside looking in like, man, I wish I could find a sound that'll make me feel good inside. So when we dropped the record week before last, it caught on like wildfire. You know, we got a couple of stations on board right now that's playing the record in rotation. One of them being a pop station and the other one an urban station. So we're very fortunate that we took the time to cultivate the sound that we want to present to people.
How was it for you though, Bone, growing up in the game though? You see what I'm saying? Coming in, rapping, and then coming with the Project Love. You see what I'm saying? How has that transition been for you?
Well, when I first came in, I was rowdy, had a lot of anger and a lot of passion, and I didn't know which way to direct that passion. So that's where you get never scared from. As I got older, I'm 45 years old right now, and being that age and always recording every day, I got myself in a space where I really became one with the music. It's sort of like how a bodybuilder works out every day, and before he knows it, he has a 9-pack. He doesn't know where it came from, but he doesn't realize he's been working out every day. So I've been working out my brain every day for the last 20 years. So in the studio every day, I haven't missed a day. I think today is the first day we've not been in the studio. So, or even thought about the studio. So, as I kind of cultivated this new character, Barry Hughes, I kind of started digging deep into myself, all facets of the entertainment side of me. And I started thinking that what could I bring to the game that nobody's doing? And I think that, and it's always been our creed, I've always been, just waiting for our met story. I've always been about a love of music or whatever, and I never understood what it would take for me to bring that out. And once I met her, it kind of brought me to that space. It brought me to, it brought it full circle, if it make any sense. I want to make sure that people realize that this is just not something I'm just doing. This is something that I am. And that's was all about. I'm as vulnerable as I can be with the music, as always. And that's the way I approach my love here to my left, as vulnerable and as honest as possible. And that's going to make the sound and the people feel it more. And I think that's really, for me, over the years, to answer the question, it's been a crazy roller coaster, up and down in the industry, dealing with people and not dealing with people. But that's all part of the path. And the path is to get to the next level of this. And I must quote some people I know is that if, the storm may seem crazy, but the other side is sunshine.
That's right.
And that's the way we did it. We went through the storm and once the weather passed, now it's sunshine. And I think that people are feeling that from us. Every time we play our project for people, they go crazy like, man, wow. You can feel it. You can actually feel it. And I think that music has a space for that. Our fans are looking for that, the feeling, for the love, and that's what we're going to give to them.
Story, but y'all being the couple and y'all bringing the love to the studio. Now, I'm married too. Sometimes my wife is mad at me, and I don't even know it. Okay? So from a man's perspective, we always think everything is all good. But sometimes from that female perspective, it's like, you know what, I want to cut your throat, but we about to go ahead and jam tonight.
Oh, no, we don't
How do y'all manage to keep the jamming coming, even though, you see?
We argue, and it's done.
Yeah.
Nothing carries over. Nothing. I mean, we'll have a spat, and it's squashed, and because we're still friends.
Exactly.
And that's the thing that couples don't have. They don't really have a friendship.
Exactly.
And so he's like my best friend, so I don't want to hurt him. I just want to say, hey, I don't think I was understood here. Let me make it known that I wasn't, I'm feeling a certain way. But then once he understands that, he's my friend too. So it's not going to escalate past a certain point. So we just get right back to, it's like we'll spat and then it'll be like, it's like, but what are we mad for? What are we? So, we got an agenda. We got things to do. We on this mission. It's like, we ain't got time for this unnecessary drama. But our motto is we never carry anything. We've never had like, oh, I'm done with you. It's never escalated past, okay, let's have this conversation. And then once we respectfully understand where each person's coming from, it's over.
Now, what about counseling? Do y'all do a lot of couples counseling?
How did you know?
Because see, with y'all being together and being able to maneuver how y'all do, I know people got to ask y'all, how are y'all doing this?
Well, people get in the back seat of the car and they're like, so can you find me a man? So can you, I mean, it's happened. Yeah. You know, we've left dinner one time to counsel someone on their couch at 2 a.m. Woo. She's like, I just need to talk. And we packed up our food. Yeah. And we went over and sat with her and for about 4 or 5 hours, just really just help her understand the space that she was in.
That's right.
And so, you know, we want to be able to provide that to people because we have something that's so amazing. Mm-hmm. The reason why it's so great is because we reciprocate the same things to each other. Mm-hmm. Most of the time, the woman gets all the love. Yeah. She gets all the gifts. The woman's, you know, the man's always, you know, apologizing. And so the woman, you never really have that reciprocated type of love where the man gets a chance to say, oh, this is what I want. I get to get what I want. Or, you know what I'm saying? So to create that dynamic is why people feel our love because what he gives me, I give him. Exactly. And so people like that and they can feel that. And so they always ask like, hey, can you find me somebody? Or if you can't find me someone, can you fix my man? Can you fix my girl? You might need to hang out with her. Yeah. You know, so we do get that a lot. And we love to get to a space to where eventually we can offer that to people, more people. Yeah.
But I know what y'all do offer is that Crusher Consulting.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, break that down to me, man.
Crusher Consulting kind of started on another demand. It's just people just started calling us and say, hey, do you know anybody who can keep my kids? Do you know any nannies? Do you know anyone who's looking to get signed to a record label? Do you know anybody who can help me plan my funeral? It's like, so the demand, phone calls just started coming in and we started helping people. Mm-hmm. And just without thinking about it, we just, hey, we know someone that can do that. Oh, you need someone to do that? Oh, you need a sponsor? Mm-hmm. Oh, we know sponsors. And we just make the phone call. And then after a while, it's like, wait a minute. Yeah. So let's make this a legitimate, you know, entity where we can really help people and consult, put big entities together, whether it be on a music angle. I mean, we've had a person call and say, hey, when I die, can I put you on here to help me figure out where I'm going because my family's jacked up? Or, I mean, we've had people call us and ask us to do some things you just wouldn't even comprehend, basically. Yeah. So, and that's where Crusher Consulting came from. Mm-hmm. And so it was just something that kind of fell in our lap because people realized that we had great resources. Yeah. And we do 100 business. Exactly. And, you know, we under-promise and over-deliver. And when you get that, time and time again, people call you back because they know you're dependable. They know you're not going to turn them on to somebody who's not a good source. You know, they know they're going to get their needs met, and that's our motto. You know, unlocking endless possibilities. That's our slogan. That's right. So that's where Crusher Consulting came from. Yeah. Yeah.
Lastly, what else do we need to be looking out for y'all, man?
You know, we got the single coming out June 2nd.
That's right.
The album will be out shortly after that. Mm-hmm. Crusher Consulting. If you need a connection or something, some sort, we do that. You can reach us at www.crusherconsulting.com. We work with some of the largest Fortune 500 companies in the world. So we do that. Also, we work. What else we got going on? You know,
we're doing the Notes for the Boys and Girls Club. Yeah. So we're doing a lot of mentoring with Glenn Jones. He has a nonprofit organization. And we'll go and talk to about 35 of the youth and kind of help them, you know, with their music direction, you know.
Yeah. And what else we got?
Well, we got the Rolling Out magazine. They're doing a listening event for us. They're hosting a listening event.
They're doing a listening event for us coming up in June.
Okay.
June 2nd.
Yeah.
Same time the single drops.
Okay.
That's about it, man. We just want people to embrace love and understand where it comes from. You know, we don't do a lot of fluffing and talking and drug slanging and none of that stuff. We just all about passion and love.
That's
right.
Know,
and there's nothing stronger.
I can definitely dig that. Well, Bone. Appreciate you, boss.
Man, it's all good.
Absolutely.
You already know what it is.
Absolutely.
Be Hot Radio, shout it. It's Hot 107.9, man. Let's go.